Greetings, infinite blessings, and welcome to another moment of now and another episode of Together We Rise. Today is the first and very exciting episode of a new series, a new installment, Modern Day Mindfulness. As to be able to utilize all the ancient wisdom of the past in a modern day concept is that which is most required on a global scale. And it is my honor, passion, purpose and privilege to inspire you to empower yourself. So let me start off with a short introduction. For those of you that have not yet been connected with me, part of my journey as I am part of yours, as in truth there is never any separation other than the illusion of it. And going back to it, the only time that exists is now. So in this moment of now, I thank you. I thank you for who you are and everything you do, and for taking the time, making the space in time to do the inner work, to free yourself from past limitations, traumas, negative beliefs, negative emotions, and to create your truest self, your greatest self, to then inspire those around you to do the same. The healing of this world will not come through healing or helping another, but through the healing and helping of yourself. And it is my passion and privilege to be your guide upon this journey towards inner completion as we guide each other back home to the infinite self. So my name is Kain Stromberg. I am a spiritual teacher, an inner completion master, and a meditation teacher. And it is meditation that I actually am most guided towards at present. I work one-on-one with my clients in bringing freedom from past traumatic events and aligning them with their truest potential in all ways, as the potential that rests within you is the same that rests within everybody else. I'm outside on this beautiful Monday afternoon, as I have been guided to do so. More and more people are separated from nature, unable to actually spend a lot of time grounded. And they have asked that I do more videos outside so that they are able to experience that same enjoyment as myself. So here I am under this beautiful tree in this amazing and beautiful gift, this moment of now. Camera slipped. So, Modern Day Mindfulness is going to be a weekly series in which we share all topic of conversations about mindfulness, about the ego, about becoming your truest self in order to live your greatest life, the law of attraction, what you focus upon grows, etc., etc. My journey, the experiences that I have had, and how I have gone from, at the start of this year, working a job which I detested in every single way. Yes, it paid me a lot of money, but it was a sacrifice that was becoming one that I could no longer justify. Everything's free will, everything's a choice. It was my choice to remain there. And although I was guided away through external situations, it was my choice to leave, as we create everything. And I was so focused on the desire to escape that place because it was literally killing my soul, that here I am. 6 months later, a little more, working in the job which I never even believed possible, living my truest and greatest life in all ways. Yes, I have been on this journey for many years. Yes, I have been developing and gaining the information, the wisdom, the qualifications to do what I do. But it's that step forward into the unknown that breaking through fear, or the illusional bubble of fear, which quite often limits us and holds us back. So in a moment, I will share what fear is and how to overcome it, and talk about the actual series going forward. I have created a 5 Steps to Freedom and Personal Empowerment course, and each of these sections, each of these steps, each 5 steps, I will break down over the next 5 weeks and bring you a lot of the information that is housed within the course, so that you can gain that information, that wisdom, and start to utilize it, as we're only ever able to do in life that with the information that we have at our disposal. And if you don't believe something possible, you will never experience it. If you don't believe in magic, it will never happen. It will happen all around you, but you will never see it happen. You will never believe it capable to be experienced, so therefore you will never experience it. Everything you experience is in the mind. The past is your memory of it. This present moment, the gift of now, is your interpretation of it. I'm sat here and I can see the beauty and the wonderment around me. Yeah, if somebody was in a negative mind frame, negative space within themselves, not that there is any positive or negative other than our perception of it, once again, but they would view this scenery in a completely different way. It's all a choice. Free will governs all. The 2 laws of existence I pay the most attention to are the laws of attraction and the laws of free will. Wherever you vibrate at, you attract from the universe around you to you, and then you experience it firsthand. Everything I experience is to do with the way that I vibrate, what I create, as we are only ever pretending to be one of 2 roles. In truth, it's all free will, so you're always a creator. You can create the illusion of being a victim and then act accordingly, saying, that's happening to me, and therefore you will be shown that. But you are creating that in itself. You are always a creator. So you can either align with that truth and create everything mindfully and by choice, or you can elude yourself to that truth and pretend to be a victim, play that role and that character in your play, and then experience life accordingly. It's all your choice. Free will governs all. The first step, which we will discuss next week, is acknowledgement, as we have to acknowledge something in order to be able to move forward from it. If there is something blocking your path and you do not acknowledge it, then you will become stuck by it. This is very male, this is very ego, as the male likes to set a straight path and to stay upon that path. In order to flow around something, to move around and bypass something, it is required to be more feminine in flow, to actually exist in that natural and beautiful state where you move freely, joyfully and playfully. The male would like to bash through the obstacle, where the feminine, or the masculine energy, the feminine energy will flow around it, over it, under it. A river will always find its way back to the ocean, and it will do so in whatever way is required and using the least energy. It will find the path of least resistance, just as the subconscious mind is required to do so. That is why if you have a certain expectation of a certain event or person to behave a certain way, you will actually look for it and then see it. And then that will be your truth, your perception of reality. If somebody has been negative and affected you in the past, and you go into a situation with them expecting them to be negative again, then you will look for that negativity and you will attach to it as soon as you see any glimpse of it, and then you will say, yes, there you go, you are negative. I knew you were going to be negative. It's all your fault. I'm going to blame everything on you. There you go, there's all my rubbish. It's all your fault. I'm free now. Are you? Or have you just cast that onto somebody else and blamed them? Actually bypassing ownership and the ability to overcome that which limits you, hinders you or holds you back. The way that I share this information is in a modern context, using information about life being like a computer game, being born like a blank computer, having programs installed upon you. Old, outdated programs are not going to be able to keep up with modern day demands. Old, limited beliefs are only going to hold you back and limit you. Invest in yourself the time, energy and resources required in order to actually install new, mindfully chosen and beneficial programs. Right? You attract to you that from around you. The law of attraction is likened to a radio. You can receive any signal in the airwaves around you. You can be a victim or a creator. It's up to you. But in truth, you are creating both, because you are always the creator. Whatever you tune that dial into, you will experience. You will attract from the universe around you, and you will experience. The TV. As above, so below, as within, so without. This is one of my most beautiful imageries I was given. It's the same screen of information. There's one screen. There's only one aspect. There's only one truth. There's only one. You. I, me, I am you. As you are me. We are all that was or ever shall be. Universal energy, dancing rhythmically, joyfully and playfully in this game that we call life. And even scientifically, they can't deny that this is right. Everything that exists is energy vibrating at different frequencies, and it does so in waveform. And you and me, my friend, you and I, we are surfing those waves of existence together, now and forever. United we stand, and together we rise. So, fear. Fear, in truth, is an illusion. It does not exist. Danger exists. Fear is your forward projection of a dangerous or negative event and your desire to not experience it, to bypass it, to escape it. Fear suffocates, isolates and alienates you from yourself and from one another. It is love that is the answer. Love that is the key. A key that will unlock a door deep within and set not only you but the whole world free. And I am here to give you that key. It is up to you to pick it up and to open that door. I can guide you, but you must walk the path. Just as when you were, or if you were, to go on a jungle safari, a jungle trek, an adventure, you would be taking the journey yourself. You would tell people, I walked through the Amazon, yet you would have a guide with you to lead you and guide you along the way. A guide that is familiar with the terrain and how to best overcome certain obstacles or limitations that are placed within your path. Limitations, obstacles, blockages, and remove those limitations. Yeah. So, picture yourself in this global situation at present in a bubble. Oh, that's easy. They're very clever with the wordings they use, and there's a reason for everything they do. But once again, what we focus upon, we grow. And I will not be fuel for the fire to focus on that which represses us, controls us, and seeks to demine and defy and condemn us, to undermine us, to take from us, to create us just another cog in that wheel. Imagine that there is two cups, light and dark, love and fear. Wherever cup you place your chip in is the cup which becomes full, and when that cup becomes full and overflows, it overflows to everybody else around you. Be the change in the world you wish to see. Put your chip, your energy, your focus, your attention, your ability to grow into positivity, into the love and the joy that you are, that you know exists within you. That version of yourself that is joyful and free and playful, that you have been and that you will be again. And that through this series of videos I will show you how to become again, how to realign with that truth of who you are and experience that joyful, playful, blissful and abundant life in all ways. In your bubble, you can only experience that within your bubble. You're separate from those around you, and therefore you are safe in an egoic context. The ego mind, which we will discuss later in this series, and just to actually pause for a moment and to reiterate who it is that I am. I have a YouTube channel, Kosmic Surfer, which this video is upon. We have a mainstream meditation channel where I set up the dedicated channel just to deliver and create meditations, guided meditations, from a beginner's context all the way through to inner mastery. Abilities to transcend limitations of old, inner child integration, chakra cleansing, empowerment, guided sleep meditations, etc., etc. We have just brought on our second speaker, our second creator to the channel. The channel is growing. We have greatestversion.club, where we house all of our courses, our life-changing courses, such as 5 steps to freedom and self-empowerment, the 7 weeks to enlightenment course, and then some of the free courses that are there. There's a bundle I've created with our 3 free courses: how to raise your vibration, self-empowerment, and anxiety freedom. As I am very, very dedicated to mental health awareness. It's something I suffered from deeply and for a very long time in the past, and I think actually I will do the next video before we start the 5 steps to freedom. I think I will share my truth about depression, my journey through the darkness to the light upon the other side. So the ego likes to believe itself separate to everything else and likes to go about creating situations to confirm this. In your bubble, you are separate, you are safe from everything outside the bubble, but you can only experience anything or everything. Your interpretation and ability to experience life is limited to that small bubble. That area of the tree is all that you'll be able to see, experience, touch, taste, smell, etc. By widening your bubble, you can then go about experiencing everything else that you would otherwise not be able to do so. So each time that there is something fearful which comes up, I would like for you to step through that fear. For the rest of this week, and I will set you a task, a challenge. I challenge you, and I would like for you to challenge me. Challenge me in whatever way that you feel is going to benefit the collective, myself, you, and everybody else, so that we can continue to learn and to grow together. Because that's what it's all about. There is no separation. There is no difference of ability within each of us. I have a vast amount of wisdom, and I'm able to tune and channel through divine information and share it in a very unique way. Yes, but I'm no better or worse than anybody else. I have just decided to accept that which I am and to share the information that I am gifted. So as well as the YouTube channels, the greatestversion.club, the website greatestversion.club, I obviously offer one-on-one sessions with my clients. And in these one-on-one sessions I have liberated people from all sorts of past negative beliefs, traumas of old, taken away phobias and fears, removed limiting and negative emotions, and aligned people back to their true self. Inner child integration is something I specialize in, and it's all to do with touching and tasting that rainbow to experience that state of unity one consciousness. Enlightenment is to exist in a state of light. Let me start that again. Enlightenment is to exist in the light and in a state of acceptance of all that is. is to exist in acceptance of everything, no matter how positive or negative you may perceive it, and existing in completion in the light, to know that this is just an experience. I am the light of all that is, and I'm here to experience all that is. Yet in order to exist in the light, first you must venture through the darkness, discovering the parts of yourself lost and fragmented there, hidden away in the darkness, which happens and comes about through past negative events. The subconscious mind is there to protect and serve the body. If you've experienced something negative and traumatic in the past, the subconscious mind will take it, put it in a box and put it in the darkness. So you don't have to rethink about it, you don't have to re-experience it, therefore you will not be negatively affected by it. Makes sense. But the subconscious mind is also actually locking away part of yourself, and part of yourself which is able or would be able to learn from that event. And that's what we do. We go into the darkness, we open the boxes, and we integrate those parts back into the self. You will never complete yourself with somebody else or anything external to you. I used to try to achieve and create and gain and be, I was very egotistical and very material. I was looking for something. I was looking to complete myself. I was looking to feel good enough. I was looking to feel justified in my existence. I didn't feel good enough. I didn't feel that I should even be alive. Now, life is a gift, and I am a gift to life, as we are one and the same, and everything I experience is my perception of it and comes from within. So I would like for you to challenge those fears, to know that you're not the egoic separate I, and that although the ego and the subconscious mind may be trying to prevent you from experiencing trauma, similar to ones that you've experienced in the past, to think about going on a date, opening up your heart to another person, may feel scary and traumatic because in the past you have opened yourself up and it has caused you pain. Yet it is the cracks which allow the light in, is the ability to walk through the darkness whilst still shining love from you, that emits and illuminates the darkness and transcends it and turns it into that light. It's always love. For the next week, between now and the next video, I would like for you, every time you have a negative thought, something which is fearful, I would like for you to picture yourself in a bubble that society has cast you in, your peers and those around you, that the government is trying to keep you safe within. Picture yourself in this bubble and then ask yourself, am I going to exist forevermore, limited and only able to experience that within this bubble, or am I going to venture on outwards and see what I can find on the other side? Each time that you break through that layer, that separational layer, the edge of the bubble, you will move into the next bubble. There is bubble after bubble, layer after layer, and it will go on for as long as it does until it no longer does. Just like the lotus that opens to its core, or the layers of an onion. They can appear to go on forever. And that is one of the most fundamental questions and answers to it all. Does it end? Is it eternal existence? And the answer incorporates both edges, both sides. So we'll leave that for another day. So if you are still watching this, clearly you're on a journey, an awakening journey, and it is my passion to do the work that I do, to lead you and guide you back home to that eternal aspect of self, to integrate parts of yourself back into the whole, to create that aspect of unity one consciousness so you can then experience enlightenment. Be sure that you've subscribed to the channel and hit the notification button to make sure that you catch next week's episode, and go over to Mainstream Meditation to watch the meditation videos over there. head over to the website to gain access to our free courses and our life-changing and expansive, further developed and more in-depth courses. And actually, I've just released the podcast. We have a radio show, Midday Mindfulness, and I've just released it as a podcast as well to allow for not only it to be listened to live, but listened back to at future. I want you to challenge your fears. I want you to break through that illusional layer of separation in everything you do. Every time it comes up, break through the bubble, break through the bubble, break through the bubble, and just see how big you can create that bubble. If you label yourself as limited, as lacking, as a victim, that is what you will experience. If you label yourself left or right, if you label yourself red or blue, then you will only ever be able to experience that within those contexts, within those sides. The ego likes to understand things, and that which it does not understand it condemns and it places separate to you. There is no separation other than the illusion of it. There is no fear other than the illusion of it. And I am very, very excited to have you join me on this series of videos. I realise that this is quite a long video today, and we're getting up to almost the half-an-hour mark. But as the school has now got out and there's going to be children that are going to be here enjoying this beautiful day, I will bring today to a close. And the following episodes will probably be not quite as in-depth, but still 15-20 minutes, tips, tricks and techniques to carry with you, to add to your tool belt so that you can go forth through the rest of today, the rest of this week, the rest of this month and the rest of this year, in truth the rest of your life, the rest of existence, creating it in whatever way you choose, knowing that you create it all, and that whatever you wish to experience in life, you just align yourself with vibrationally and experience, because you are that in completion yourself already. Thank you for who you are and everything you do. Be sure to share this video with anybody that it may assist. Make sure you have hit the notification button, and head over to, if you go to Instagram, Kosmic Surfer on Instagram, the label in there, the bio, has the Linktree Kain Stromberg, and that has access to all the free courses, all the channels, all the meditation channels, the different qualities and context of in-depth meditations that we do, from beginners all the way to inner mastery, and access to the podcast, access to everything that we create. It's all housed on that one platform, so that it gives you access to it all. It's also on the Kain Stromberg Facebook page and the Cosmic Surfer. KS, Cosmic Surfer, Kain Stromberg. Now and forever, surfing the waves of existence together. United we stand, and together we rise. Grand rising, all you beautiful, beautiful souls. And until next week, where I will discuss my journey through depression, leading on to the following weeks where we will start to actually bring forth the information within the courses and the power and requirement of acceptance to then be able to move forward in any direction, to accept where you are. If it's raining and you don't accept it, you go outside, you're only going to get wet. If you accept it's raining, you can then make a decision based upon that acceptance. You can either stay in, you can change your plans to go and do what it is you were going to do another day, or you can take an umbrella with you. If you don't accept that it's raining, you're just going to get wet. Peace, love, and infinite blessings. And until next time, namaste.